Cool. We are set. Sweet. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Are you working, stream? Are you happy, stream? There he is. Mad Chill Mitch. New name in the chat. Good to see ya. Pop out that chat. Boom. Peppersan. Yeah, Peppersan is back. Yo. What's the blue guy in the back? This guy? Blue boy? Alien blue boy? Oh, shit. This guy right here? Yeah, he's alright. He's the NECA alien blue boy. Actually, we're not here to talk about him today. Yeah, he's pretty sweet. You've seen him before. You know what's up. You're just playing games, aren't you, homie? Sweet. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be streaming. I'm pumped. The colorway is a reference to delicious blueberry flavored slushy treats, I hope. How's everybody doing? Happy to be back. Happy to be streaming. I didn't do a shit post on Instagram and tag everybody yet. Maybe, is that a thing I should do? Or should I just let whatever happens happen? You guys tell me. I'm here to impress you, my day ones. I got the green glowy and the pink plus a bunch of others. Oh, the pink boy? And all this Predator figure does is fall down, so he's coming off the shelf for now. This pink boy, same one. I love the arcade colorway. This guy's awesome. It's not really translating on this camera. On my screen, it looks a little bit flat and dull, but trust me, this shit is vibrant. Meh. Yeah, the xenomorphs are rad. I love these figures, although granted they like to get floppy, but maybe that's because during my review I poured milk on them. That might have been why mine are a little floppy. So maybe I'm not the best judge for these figures to be like, actually they're quite floppy, but I did put them through the ringer, so it's probably sort of kind of all my own fault. But that's okay. I feel like... Here we go. Sweet. Okay. Should I do a shit post? Is that a thing I have to do? I'm planning on picking up the Monster Art Xenomorphs to pose with my 1,000 toys. That might be good. Didn't Figma do them as well? I feel like there's a lot of Xenomorphs around these days. I got them off a dude who sold me like 5 Xenomorphs for $30 on Instagram. That's amazing, dude. Yeah, that's a really good price. Normally they're like $30 a piece, aren't they? I don't know what they go for in the States, but they're like... How much are they here? They're expensive here. Blue guy in the back. Okay, we've addressed that. We'll put my Xenomorphs back. I can't put them back without making a mess, so they're just going off to the side. Yeah, it's good to be home. It's good to be back. I feel like we should wait just a little longer to get into the toy stuff, just purely for the fact that there are some names missing here that I know will definitely tune in. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to go through. I'm excited, man. There's a lot of cool shit here. Oh, this is the first part of the haul, is my Punk Drunkers The Shining homage t-shirt. One of my many t-shirt pickups while I was in glorious Nippon. I feel like everything is reversed. I don't like that. It's weird. I have like 3 or 4 different cameras I use for stuff. I have like 3 or 4 different webcams. I have 2 cameras that I use for like filming myself. And the 2 cameras that I use for filming myself in the display when the display's up. Like one of them is a mirror image and the other one isn't. So sometimes I film with both of them just to get like, if I do like one shot, let me peel back the curtain way too far and tell you all about when I make videos. But sometimes I film with both of them and I get really confused because A, I don't know which one to look at, and B, when I lift my hand, like one version of me lifts this hand and the other version, you know what I mean? Because of the, let me tell you guys, I get confused in my bedroom. Sometimes I feel like these walls are a chamber for me to go absolutely insane. This is where Pepper loses his fucking mind. Yeah, the shirt is Pure Flames. I do love my Shining homage. It says someone is watching, and then on the back there is that guy over there, but doing the Shelley Duvall. How often do you have to cut your hair? I cut my hair like once a month, or I try to, anyways. On the back is Wendy behind the door. I don't know if y'all saw that. I feel fat showing you guys all of my angles, so let's just not do that. But yeah, I go see my barber about once a month, or I try to at least. But I had to get this shit all trimmed up because I was looking shaggy while I was on tour. How is my sweet boy Tony doing? How was the pre-stream, my guys, my dudes? Also, we need to spread the word. We need to bring back my stream. We need to bring back the notoriety in which I crave. Let's just see. Let's see what's up here. I missed it, just got in. I didn't catch it. I was stuck late at work cleaning. Oh, lame, guys. Nice. Thanks for tuning in, Adam. It's good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. Yeah, let's get into some stuff. Mitch, do you want me to spoil your surprises and just show you all the stuff I got for you? You have to do it every 2 weeks? That's a lot of hair you got to trim, brother. Shit post? I should do a shit post? Okay. My shit post is gonna emulate that fucking ad on YouTube that's no longer relevant, but I think I can do a good parody of it. So, hey guys, I'm just chilling here next to my Oni mug. But what I'm more proud of is this shelf of toys behind me. So if you want to sign up for a confidence I'm streaming, guys. I was trying to do a joke. Everybody tune into my stream. This video is a complete failure, but I'm going to post it anyways. See you guys in a minute. Come hang and bang on the stream. I'm opening up my satchel of toys from Japan. It's going to be a good time. How'd I do, guys? Was that all right? Just in the moment, I seem to lack all confidence. Cool. Reconnection successful. Stream complete. Jesus, that's ominous. Are we good? Are we back? Guys. There I am. Okay, sweet. Okay, sorry about that, guys. OBS is just the worst software ever. Showing off Japan haul. I know this stream shouldn't just be you watching me text. I am just getting everything going here, and then we'll get moving, and I'll show you guys some fun stuff. Lukewarm reviews. Luke, what's up, dude? Yeah, sorry, I'm just making a shit post on Instagram, and then I'll get to showing you guys some fun stuff. So, Mitch, my question to you is, do you want me to show off the stuff I grabbed for you, or do you want to just wait and see what I got you when I see you in New York? That is my question for you, my friend. Also, I just made my shit post on Instagram. If you guys have your phones handy, would you please go to your Instagrams, go to my Instagram, and comment on my video and at some of your friends and tell them to come hang out so we can get more people in the stream, because I'm having, you know, when like you swim in cold water and your peen doesn't look so cool when you're out of the cold water? That's how I feel in this instance in the stream. I feel like because I've been gone for such an extended period that my proverbial stream penis has shrunk, but I want to show everybody a big donger. I had one sip of beer on an empty stomach and now I'm talking nonsense. So let's get into Mitch's stuff. The stuff I grabbed for Mitch. Yeah, Mitch, if we have a good internet connection wherever we stay, I would keep the bean talk going. If we have a good internet connection in New York, I would love to stream well in NYC. And for those of you who don't know, I will be attending the 5 Points Toy Fest in Brooklyn at the end of this month, beginning of next month. And I'll obviously be making videos while I'm there. That's going to be fucking, pardon my French, that's going to be fucking cool. I'm very excited to go hang out with Mitch and talk toys and go meet Sucklord. Go meet Sucklord and ask him what he's been spending my Patreon money on. It's definitely not improving his situation. That's definitely not what he's spending that money on. Hashtag Pepper Worldwide. Yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date on the Discord. Samuel, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, 5 Points looks dope. Okay, so this is the stuff that I got from Mitch. So this is the bag from the Punk Drunkers store. And if you're not familiar with Punk Drunkers, let me familiarize you with Punk Drunkers. The shirt I'm wearing happens to be a Punk Drunkers shirt. And this little guy here, this is a Gashapon Sofubi they made. And he is that guy over there. That's the translation, am I right, Mitch? That guy over there. He's sort of the mascot for Punk Drunkers. Aitsu, right? Say yes one more time. Aitsu. So yeah, this is their logo, their character, and they sort of, I always thought it was Noel Fielding. So this is his the mascot for Punk Drunkers, and it's a clothing company. They do Sofubi stuff. They've teamed up with Realhead before. It's all stuff that gets me really excited. My shirt as well. It's a Shining homage. And so I went there and I bought way too much stuff. And some of the stuff is for Mitch. So this bag of stuff is stuff I have to bring to Mitch. This film canister contains a Lego minifig. This is not Japan related. It's something from a stream way back when that Tony wanted, or sorry, that Mitch wanted, and I promised Mitch he could have it. So it's in the bag of stuff for Mitch. There is also a Punk Drunkers season catalog. So this is the catalog of their clothing and what they're offering. That just came with everything. So I got 2 of them. So one of those is for my boy Mitch. I've also got a Hamley's London exclusive minifig. One of those there for you, buddy. And then lastly in here, some of the stuff for you is actually still in the duffel bag. I haven't put it aside. Mad Chill Y'all is a t-shirt. So I grabbed a shirt from my boy. So it's a Splatterhouse Punk Drunkers mashup. The Splatterhouse tee in black. And it's dope. And it's definitely in the right size. Yeah, super weird, super awesome. Like, what a strange thing to make. Like, I just love that exists. So yeah, this is in the Mitch bag. I hope it's a shirt you'll love and cherish, because I think it's pretty fucking cool. Kids medium, yeah. It's a medium husky. My shirt size is medium husky. So yeah, there's the sack of stuff for Mitch, and anything else I pull out of the bag, I'll try and put in that bag so I don't forget. So that is just a portion of Japan. Was going to check out the Punk Drunkers store. It was funny being just a weird fat white dude. Yeah, no problem, buddy. I had to do it. It was weird being a fat white dude in this like hip Japanese counterculture clothing store. I'm probably the only guy who was buying double XLs. But yeah, I'm pumped to have the clothes that I have. So I have this one for myself. I have an Ultraman one. I have a Kamen Rider one, and I also have a Kinnikumin one as well. So I've got four Punk Drunkers shirts. Also, how are you not going to talk about that coffee mug? It's a pumped drunker. It is a pumped drunker indeed. Yeah, my Oni mug, my demon mask. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I got this at a Don Quixote's while I was there. It's kind of cheesy and lame, but kind of awesome as well. I'd stab myself in the eyes with that thing. I almost do. Good thing I have Wapo goggles on so I don't poke my looking balls out. Yeah, this thing was at a Don Quixote's, and I grabbed it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of silly, but also kind of rad. And then the next time is that Asian Trader Joe's. Essentially, no, it's, Don Quixote is like if a dollar store had sex with a Walmart. Like, it's a little more practical than a dollar store, but there's a lot of cheap shit in it, too. But yeah, I'm actually glad I grabbed it because the next time I passed through that Don Quixote, I didn't see these mugs anymore. They also had some Daruma mugs, and there's a Daruma, there was an Oni, and then whatever the Japanese folklore character is, that's sort of the like man's, I think it's different than a Daruma, but it's like the man's face with a big old dick nose. They had one of those, and I kind of regret not getting all of them actually. So yeah, any which flavor you wanted in touristy mug, they definitely had at Don Quixote's. Tengu? Maybe. Let's go with Tengu. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out and check out the haul. Maybe I'll show off what I grabbed while I was in France, because not only was I in Japan, I was also in France. I didn't grab any toys while I was in London, but I also didn't really look while I was in London. Part of me wanted to hit up some like charity shops and thrift stores and look for like vintage toys, but I just didn't end up doing that. But while I was in France, I went to Lulu Berlu, which is the Frenchiest French toy store that ever Frenched. So I hit up Lulu Berlu. I had been there once before. And this time, my second adventure, I grabbed a couple things. And so, first off, one of them is this Sherlock Hound little rubber dude. He's a painted rubber dude, and a lot of his yellow paint is actually flaked in the bag here. I'm sure it's cancerous. I'm sure it's toxic. I'm sure if I breathe it in, I'll come down with some sort of condition. But maybe we'll switch to this view here. Boom. Yeah, so there he is. We have got Sherlock Hound hanging out. He's pretty spectacular. Sherlock Hound is an anime that I watched as a kid. I was lucky enough to have parents who liked to tape things off the television, and we had Disney Channel. I think it was Disney Channel, or maybe it was ABC. One of those channels for like a week, and during that week, they were airing Sherlock Hound, and my folks, where's Mr. Turntable? Gotta show it off in style. Yeah, Mr. Turntable's around here somewhere, although Tony might get full triggered and unsubscribe, but Mr. Turntable should probably make an appearance. Yeah, so my parents taped it off TV, and so it was one of those things that I was lucky enough to watch as a young man. There we go. Mr. Turntable's all fired up. Already did, don't worry. Yeah, back when I was doing my shitpost. Cool. Yeah, that's looking good. That's in focus. So there is Sherlock Hound. They had a full set, actually. Well, I don't know if it's a full set. I don't know how many figures they made, but they had like Moriarty, and they had yeah, it was pretty spectacular. Oh, thank you, Sam. If I can call you Sam. Darcy, what's up, dude? You gotta get an avatar on Discord, man. I'm just gonna keep bugging you till you do. Also, Bearded, you gotta get an avatar on the YouTube, man. What's going on? Look at this fucking production value. Yeah, my second cam with the Mr. Turntable. So if you listened... Sorry, pardon me blowing the dust off this. That's Mr. Sam. So if you missed the podcast, I talked a bit about it on the podcast. I also grabbed some Monster in my pockets. So I'll just pop back to this view for a second here. So I've got a green witch. Nothing too crazy. The green is a pretty stock standard color for Monster in my pockets, but this is one of the neon spring heel jacks. So he's like a neon orange, and that was sort of a colorway I never really had as a kid. The neon ones came out a little bit later. I think they were on wave 2 or 3 of Monster in my pockets. The color on that is pretty bad. It's not really translating. I do apologize. But yeah, they were on wave 2 or 3 of Monster in my pockets, and then they started re-releasing wave 1 in neon colors. So I grabbed a neon spring heel jack for far too much money, because paying euros for Monster in my pockets is just a terrible thing, but... I genuinely think if you, Luke, and I did a video, it would be so good. We'd have Luke's professional tone, your fun personality, and my cocaine-driven psychosis. I mean, people would watch. And if they didn't, we would make them. Yeah, so those are my pickups from France. Where's the switch on Mr. Turntable? Why did I hide it back here? Turn off Mr. Turntable for a moment. Sort of set these up a little bit better. Maybe the color will... You definitely have a calm tone. Being calm is professional. And there's Spring Heel Jack. So some pretty sweet finds. I was happy to have them. Hell yeah. Super dope. Shallst we start cracking into the actual Japan stuff? What do you guys want to see? I mean, you don't know what's in the bag, so you don't get a choice. We'll go back to the main view here. So this is a bag from Yodobashi Camera. Japan stuff. Also, you need to do a one. I don't have anything to one. I'm just drinking beer calmly. There's nothing to one. This is a new stream. This is a new pepper. Your old peppercine is growing up, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I've matured slightly, and I might not drink on stream as much. I hate to let you down, but I might not drink as much. I don't need to build the confidence anymore. I'm not gonna lie, the alcohol was definitely a coping mechanism when I first started streaming. Okay. So I've got something in here for 8. I need to do a shout out to a fake YouTube channel. Only on special occasions, yeah. Everyone's unsubbing, no! Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel or hit liked on this stream, fuck you! Also, the new pepper's a dick. No, if you haven't liked the stream, you should. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should. I apologize for my outburst. So there's a gift in here for Tony. Tony, do you want to see some shit that's for you? I'll bring it up in a minute. Bam. All right. So the first guy here is a little Sofubi Ultraman. Oh, sure, he says casually. So I got a little Sofubi Ultraman. He's your pretty stock standard, what you'd find at a Yodobashi Camera, what you'd find at a toy store in Japan. The reason I grabbed him is resubbed. Thanks, guys. The reason I grabbed him is I want to practice airbrushing. I really want to get into airbrushing some Sofubi. It's something I've been dreaming of doing. So no one will be sad to see Ultraman go. So I grabbed him to paint him. So I grabbed another one so I could paint that one too. And I grabbed another one so I could paint that one too. So I grabbed 3 Ultramen so I could paint them, so I could practice. because I would feel really bad destroying a really nice Sofubi piece, and just to practice on something that's not going to be missed, I think makes a lot of sense. So I grabbed those for practice. So maybe here, check this shit out, guys. Switch to that. Bam! No, my Canadian translating to yen kind of sucked. It was about as equivocal as translating to, translating to British pounds. But luckily I was prepared. Just practice with my real heads? Yeah, they go for pretty cheap, so I don't mind. Yeah, they're easy to come by. Don't worry about it. Just like throwing them in a pile on Mr. Turntable is hilarious. Okay, so I grabbed some Ultramen, and the dollar translated really poorly, and I got a present in here for Tony. Tony, are you still watching? Do you still love me? Are you still my buddy? Validate me, baby. Richard, what's up, dude? Thanks for welcoming me home. Feels good to be back. Okay, boom. Look at that shit. That is 1968 Godzilla, baby. Yeah. Look at him go. Yeah, I thought you needed him. Was I right? You ready for this shit? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. That's my Pharaoh Monch. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it was pretty great. I just saw him on a shelf next to some other fancier Godzillas, and I was like, you know what, my boy T needs this. So I hooked you up, brother. So yeah, he's pretty fucking spectacular. Switch back to the Ultraman view. It's just not gonna fit. It's just not gonna fit, guys. Get Mr. Turntable out of there. We'll bring him back if we need him. Godzilla. Sorry, that's some abysmal camera work. I feel like this guy, because he's so big, is better suited to being on this cam here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will put him aside. So that's going in the Tony sack. We've got a separate sack for Tony here. The Tony sack. What else is in the Tony sack that I haven't shown yet? There's one of these in there for you too, buddy. I got you a one of these guys. So that is 68 Godzilla. That is a gift from my sweet boy Tony. And what else is coming out of the sack? Okay, for practicing painting. For practicing painting Sofubi, since we're back on Sofubi, and that's what's in this sack, I grabbed a bunch of Ultramen to paint. Ultramans. So I'm gonna mask those off and do some beautiful, terrible airbrushing. I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna learn. And then I also grabbed some villains. So I apologize for not knowing the names of these villains. I'm a filthy gaijin. So I've got this guy. No idea who he is or what he's about, but he was the most humanoid of the villains, and I just thought he was so silly looking, and that he would be really fun to paint, so I grabbed him. And please, if you do know the names of these Ultraman villains, smash them into the chat. But yeah, he's pretty spectacular. Are you making these up, Tony? Or Mitch, sorry? Or are you just being a weenie butt? Okay, so we got this villain here. We'll set him aside. We've got our friend here. Bam. This hilarious looking dino. And this guy, I believe, is the first monster that that Ultraman fought. I could be wrong, but I think this was the first villain, the first monster of the week that Ultraman went up against. So I grabbed him, and then I also grabbed this fucking hilarious. This fucking hilarious Bat Boy. Look at his arms. He's like, oh, don't, Ultraman. Stop, don't. He's so fucking funny. Zubato. Yes, this guy is pretty great. So all of them were relatively Zubato. All of them were relatively cheap, fairly inexpensive. They're like 300, 400 yen. So that's like $4 or $5 Canadian, or like $3 American. So not particularly expensive, but I needed to scoop some. It's from a Triple X Digimon parody. No, don't. Stop, dude. Dude, stop. Don't. Stop, I'm a virgin. That's a nasty meme. Yeah, so this guy is pretty much my favorite thing ever. I don't even know if I can bring myself to paint him, because he's just so fucking funny. They're all just so spectacular. So I'll switch cams here and back these guys up. They're super goofy. I grabbed them to paint, but who knows? I might love them too much to paint them. But I've got an Ultraman to go at, so... Does his neck turn at all? No, I don't think so. No, his neck doesn't turn, but... here, I'll pull it up on here. His neck doesn't turn, but his waist swivels. So his waist swivels and his... No, don't, stop, leave me be. His arms pop up. Should you need him to surrender. Look at this fucking guy. He's like, oh, I don't fight so good because I can't see so good, but I hear you real loud. Oh, he's a goof. I love him. Don't stop. Leave me be. This voice. I'm glad someone's enjoying it. I'm starting to annoy myself over here. No, don't stop. Leave me be. It's actually meant for push-ups because he's ripped. He's like, leave me be. You don't want to see me when I'm angry, bitch. Like, his hands up are like, back the fuck up, sucker. I've been doing reps. Yeah, he's pretty special. So all of these Ultraman bad guys needed to come home with me. They're super silly, and I was just feeling the Sentai superhero sort of vibe while I was there, so had to do it. I missed the Godzilla. He looked cool. Yes, the Godzilla was very cool. I will pull him back out because you can never have enough Godzilla. So he was also a Sofubi figure. So it's 68 Godzilla, and he's just a Sofubi. Like, to be honest, I wanted to buy like 15 of this guy. Like, I saw him, but they only had one, so I bought him. I had to grab him for Tony. But like, if they had like 3 or 4, I would have. Yeah, these are all Bandai Sofubi. So this is like your standard. You would find these in any toy shop in Japan, or like Toys R Us. I didn't go to any Toys R Us, but they would have them at like Yodobashi Camera and Bic Camera and shops like that. Like, all of those toy stores would have these figures, and they were pretty cheap. Like, this guy was 1,230 yen, so he's like $13 American and like 15-20 Canadian. But yeah, he's just super cool, and they had a bunch of different Godzillas in this sort of style, but like, you just don't see anything like this here. Like, it's unheard of to have dope fucking Godzillas just show up on your doorstep. But yeah, he's spectacular, so I had to grab him for my sweet boy, Sir Tonesworth. What else? Let's dig further into the sack, further into the bag. But before we do that, no, don't back it up, man. Sorry, I had to do one more. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Also, hit the like button. If you're on mobile, it's probably harder to do than if you're on a computer. But yeah, stop it. He's his own version of the MJ meme. Stop it. If you're doing drugs, get some help. Tell somebody. Okay. So that is Batboy. What else? Let's keep on the Tony train. Tony, you want to see more stuff I got for you? Please do an intro for me in that voice. I would love to do an intro for you in that voice. In a heartbeat, I would film. You want me to film like this guy? Just like, hey, or just do the outro. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, pull back that curtain. Okay, so Tony collects Red Rangers. He collects Bandai, specifically Bandai SHF Red Rangers. Do you collect other Red Rangers, Tony? I hope you do, because I definitely, pardon me, I definitely got you some other Red Rangers. Well, fuck you, man. No, I've got some other treats for you, so you might have to throw those out. Wait, yes, I do. Chubby checker twist all night long? I mean, I could. So this was for my sweet boy, Sir Tonesworth. He needed Vol Eagle, Eagle Ranger. I hope this is the right one. I hope this isn't one you already have. Yeah, so he's pretty special. He was cheap because he was used, and as far as used toys go, in Japan, used toys aren't used the way our toys in North America are used. So toys in North America, when they're used, it's like, here, I've got this used this used Marvel Legend, and you're like, cool, I'll give you $20 for that, and then you get it, and like the paint's all fucked, and like his arm falls off, and you're like, sweet, all right, perfect. thanks for the used toys, motherfucker. I said North America. I specified Canada or America. So when you buy used toys in North America, yeah, like it's all fucked up. Like you expect the toys to be damaged. Captain America's missing both his legs. Instead of a shield, he has a lightsaber. Totally. You expect there to be some degree of fuckery. So when I bought this, the guy was like, it's used, it's damaged. And I haven't given it a full inspection. This thing is probably in amazing condition. There's probably like paint rub, or like a hand is a little warped. So this guy, for an SHF, for one that's actually fairly old, what year was this one? This guy's going back a while, isn't he, Tony? I don't know if they put the years on the packaging. But this guy is... I don't know. I haven't done my research. But yeah, this guy was very inexpensive. He was very inexpensive, and he's an amazing toy. So I was happy to help Tony finish up his collection, finish up his Red Rangers. I don't know how many more you need, buddy, but that guy, you can cross him off the list. Bam. Yeah. Come on now. Focus camera. Come on, Gary, focus. Also, my camera's name is Gary. Gary, focus. That's all right. Yeah. Ooh, man, I'm going to buy one of them pop-up light tents. I know this is a little off topic. Tony was saying how he's going to box is damaged now. Yeah, it's been fondled, don't you worry. Yeah, Tony's stoked about taking pictures. I've been kind of stoked about taking pictures. I think I might buy one of those pop-up light boxes so my photos on Instagram don't suck so bad. That's kind of my goal, is to be better at toy photography. I mean, I'm decent enough at making a video. I don't want to toot my own horn, but also subscribe to the Ultra Radical Toy Works channel, and also like this stream, and like every video I've ever posted. But I'm decent enough at making videos and filming B-roll and stuff like that, but I feel like my photo game on Instagram is shit, so I need to up my game. Also, thank you to everybody who went to Instagram. Who went to Instagram and decided to add to the post. Did anybody even comment? Did anyone go to Instagram like I asked? Guys, I've been asking you to do shit for me all night. None of you did. Oh, who am I even thanking? Go to my post on Instagram and tag a bunch of your friends and harass them to come hang out, guys. Same, my Instagram is trash. I gotta stop doing the same angles on Insta. Yeah, it's something we could all improve on, and I think that's a worthy mission. Also, speaking of Instagram, go to my Instagram. I made a post advertising the stream. Please go to the Instagram. In the comments, comment and at your friends. Get them involved in the stream. Everybody but Mitch. No, Mitch, you're the one with the most influence. This is up to you. Tell them to join the stream. Tell them to subscribe. I'm almost at 420. That would be cool to gain 2 more subs tonight. We will see what happens. I'm leaving it in your hands. It feels weird because also Bricks, welcome. It's good to see you, man. We're going through my Japan haul and checking shit out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stop shilling or asking for stuff, and we can get more into the build. And Bricks, since you tuned in and it was convenient to grab, while I was in London, I picked up these Hamleys exclusive Royal Guards Lego figures. They're pretty spectacular. I grabbed an extra one for my sweet boy Tony. I grabbed an extra one for my sweet boy Mitch. And I got 2 for myself, but they have no queen to guard. And that's okay, because monarchs are fucking lame. Pardon my French. Can you describe the Watchers the DM videos I send you? Okay, so Mitch and I, since I met Mitch on the internet, and I'm about to meet him in real, since I met Mitch on the internet, we talk every day, just about, and we send each other a lot of videos. And Mitch will send me... Never met IRL. Yeah, we have not met in person. That doesn't happen till 5 points at the end of the month, beginning of next month. We send each other videos. We talk a lot. Shit's pretty weird. But Mitch will send me these videos. You met Mitch IRL. Am I jealous? A little bit, yeah. So Mitch will send me these videos where he's maybe chewing potato chips and staring at the camera, or just staring at the camera. And it goes on for almost too long. And then he'll look at the camera will zoom in, and he'll go, "Aah!" And that's, sorry, I apologize to everyone who lives near me. And that's sort of almost every video Mitch sends me. But also on top of that, in the background, his girlfriend, it's the cutest thing in the entire world. It doesn't happen every video, but every now and then in the background, I'll hear her like, "Mitch, can you please help with the laundry?" Or like something really practical. Or like, "Mitch, can you be normal?" It's like something amazing and practical on top of Mitch's absolute insanity, which is like just kind of my favorite thing ever. So now that I've shown off or expressed my man love for Mitch, we probably should get into some more toys, because otherwise this will turn into the romance cast. And has anyone done it? Has anyone gone to the video? Yeah, 3 of you did. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I can vouch that they're exactly like that in person. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to meet my friend. Yeah, Darcy, you got some awesome Super 7 muscle figures. You showed them off in the Discord. They look amazing. Thank you, Bearded. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. More like Rad Chill Mitch. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Oh, he saw your collection? Now I'm jealous. Now I'm real jelly. That's a nice ass. Also, guys, the fate of the stream, the future of the stream. I don't know if I will stream Lego anytime in the near future. That sounds intense, because I've been streaming Lego for more than a year every week, drinking and streaming and building, and I've loved every second of it. I will not lie. The last year of streaming has been fucking amazing, but I'm feeling a little bit burnt out on Lego just because I've done it so damn much. Every week is a lot of Lego. I never end up playing with my Lego in my free time, which is a product of the fact that I stream it every week. And Lego's getting very expensive. Lego has recently just like jacked their prices. So I'm gonna connects. Yes. I'm gonna take a break from Lego. That doesn't mean I'll never stream Lego ever again. Of course not. It's sort of a foundation of this channel. It was one of the first things I ever did on YouTube, and I will always treasure those memories and those times. The Not Rich Pepper. Yeah, dude, time to start my Patreon, baby. So I'm going to take a break from doing building bricks. This week we're doing the Japan haul, obviously, as you're all here chatting with me as I pull out shit from my bag from Japan. But next week I'm going to play a video game. Everyone unsubscribes all at once, I understand. Next week I'm going to be playing Monster Prom. If you have a chance later, look up Monster Prom. It's a dating sim game. Weekly Quake mods. It's a dating sim game where you are a monster in high school and you have a certain amount of time, a certain amount of days to find yourself a date for prom. Apparently it's quite difficult. There's a lot of failure, which would be kind of hilarious. We got all the way to the end at prom and whoever I asked prom says no, but that's the goal. You're trying to ask another monster to prom. So there's 4 or 5 different characters you can play as, and then there's 6 or 7 characters you can try and date. So we're gonna find out. Sounds like some weeb shit. I'm down. Yeah, me too. It sounds like some weeb shit. I'm down is just that sums it up perfectly. So we need to figure out who the waifu is, who the best girl is, and I'm gonna go after her, and it should be a lot of fun. So I guess in the future that's sort of what's gonna be going on with the channel. Less Lego. More video game type stuff for streams, and we'll see. I've been looking at some other cool stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, guys. Less Lego, more hentai. Sounds perfect. Speaking of prom, at the top in the background building looks like a crown. Yeah, it is a picture of Osaka Castle. I just threw that in the background so it wasn't a Lego background for the stream. Any more 90s Deluxe stuff coming? Yes, I don't have anything written. To be honest, though, I don't really do a script for 90s Deluxe. It's more of a genuine reaction when I'm popping open toys and saying the P on the end of Battlecore just to trigger everyone who watches my video. But yeah, no, I've got a stack of 90s toys that I could and should do, and there's also some at the toy shop that I've seen that I kind of want to get into. There is a original Spawn, Spawn Series 1 Spawn with Spawn Issue 1 in the package. Do you want a new ending recording? I'd love a new ending recording. So there's a Spawn figure that might be fun to crack into, because I had a couple Spawns as a kid, a couple Spawn figures. And I reviews Pops. No, thank you. Rest in peace, Funko Pop. I had a couple Spawn figures as a kid, and I always managed to break them because McFarlane shit was just so delicate, and I was used to Kenner Jurassic Park, where you can just wiggle them around and do whatever. And then I tried to do the same with a Spawn figure, not realizing they're essentially statues with arm articulation. And I remember busting the arm off my Ninja Spawn right away and being fuck. But yeah, more toys. Let's get into some toys. Let me show you Rider. Kamen Rider. I apologize for my terrible intro song. Masked Rider 1. Bam! We have got SH Figuarts Masked Rider 1. He is great. I am stoked to have him. Fuck yeah. The price was right, baby. His cost was not lots. So that is Masked Rider 1. His box is super damaged, but that's okay. I never intended on keeping him in the pack anyways. And yeah, he was a used one that was unopened. So he was $25 or 25,000 yen. He was roughly $30 Canadian. Excellent priced for the Masked Rider 1. Super, super happy to have him. Kamen Rider, I love Kamen Rider in that I love season 1 of Kamen Rider, and I've never watched any other Kamen Rider series. But, sorry, this camera's heinously out of focus. That's a little better. Yeah, he's spectacular. Super, super stoked. He is a figure, SH Figuarts Bandai, Tamashii Nations, they re-release this figure every 3 or 4 years, so he's not particularly rare. I have no idea which year this one is from or which version of him he is. I don't really care because they're all sort of the same, but they do release him often, which is nice. But I never really I never jumped on him back in the day. I did jump on Shocker Combat Man back in the day because this is a story I've probably told 1,000 times on the podcast or on streams. Shocker Combat Man was on Amazon for like $15 back in the day, and this was when the Canadian dollar didn't suck ass. So I bought 2 Shocker Combat Men just because I was curious about the SH Figuarts posability. Like I found them online and thought they were so cool. So I grabbed Red Ranger and him. And 2 Shocker Combat Men actually, and then ended up finishing the rest of the Power Rangers collection, and then never ended up getting a Kamen Rider. And I always was upset because back in the day, Kamen Rider was only like $20 when the Canadian dollar didn't suck, and I was so sad that I didn't have him. And then they keep re-releasing him. His price never really goes up, and I found him at Mandarake for dirt cheap. So I couldn't not get my boy Hongo, get my Masked Rider 1. So stoked. Beetleborgs was actually a totally different Toku series called Metal Hero, but it was a direct competition to the Tohei stuff. Tony with the knowledge. Yeah, Tony's a smart boy. What a small world. I've been wanting the Shocker Combat Man. Hongo's got some homongo titties. Okay, wow. I love the designs. Check out Space Sheriff Gavin and Shader. All right, everybody, open up a second tab and Google that. More stuff for Tony. My sweet boy, my handsome lad, my love of my life, Tony. He asked me to grab some stuff, so I've got some Robo Babe model kits from Kotobukiya here. This is Soul Road Runner. Pretty dope. Second tab, you mean third? Yeah, this is a model kit of a Robo Babe. Maybe I'll do that so you guys get a better inclination of what her posability is like and what she's all about. So she's like, yeah, no problem, buddy. Anytime. So she's like a Gundam meets a babe. She's a Robo Babe. It's pretty spectacular. Yeah, I'm so happy I found this. I'm so happy I found the 2. There's another set in here we'll get to eventually that Tony was after because I guess Yodobashi Camera had them, so they weren't impossible to find, but I'm just glad that I saw them. And it was funny, where I saw them, there was only 2, and it was the 2 Tony needed, and I grabbed them, and I was so stoked. I'm like, holy shit, I found these, like, obviously they're selling out quick because there's only 2 left, and they're the 2 that Tony needs. I've got to grab them, so I grabbed the last of these Kotobukiya kits, thinking, like, damn, dude, oh shit, holy crap, I found them. And then I round a corner and there's a fucking pallet, like a wooden pallet with a stack of like 1,000 of them. And I was like, oh, okay, they're around. They just weren't in the on the shelf I was looking at. So I grabbed these from my boy. They're designed by the same dude that did Buso Shinki back in 2008. There is some knowledge for you. They are they are spiritual successors to Buso Shinki. Dope. I got my German Dungeon Born playing on tab 2, and that Robo Babe is neato. Perfect. Everybody, how many tabs do you guys have open? In the chat, let me know how many tabs you got open. Hit me in the chat, guys. I need the number. I need to know. What is your favorite one thing you ate? One thing I ate. 5 tabs. Just one for you, baby. 2. Ooh, this is exciting. What was the favorite thing I ate while I was in Japan? Yeah, so that's Soul Road Runner for my sweet boy Tony. There was some amazing gyoza. There was some amazing ramen. But I think the best thing I ate was... It had to have been the ramen I had in Kyoto. So, one, because I'm on the garbage YouTube app. Each tab is the stream minimized to different sizes. So my view count is bumped up, so I feel special. The best thing I ate while I was in Japan was a tsukemen ramen in Kyoto. I walked into a ramen shop, and it was a ramen shop in which no one spoke English, and I only spoke my very little bit of Japanese, which is just like thank you and biru, so I can drink beer. And I fumbled my way through the menu and managed to order a delicious tsukemen. And tsukemen is like ramen where you get your noodles on the side and they're warmish, like room temperature, with all your bits and pieces for the ramen. And then you get a bowl of like super potent super tsukemen rider. So you get the broth, and the broth is like almost like gravy. They give you hot water to thin it out if you'd like, but I'm a dirty bastard and I was dunking in the gravy, and it was like the most beautiful experience ever. It was just so tasty. I loved every second of it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. That's for sure. So, boom. We got Rider 1, but truly life would not be complete without Rider 2. So I grabbed myself Mass Rider 2 as well as Cyclone. That does not fit on camera. That does not fit on the camera. So we will switch back to this one. I grabbed myself Rider 2 and his motorcycle Cyclone. Super badass, super pumped, man. So I've got the bike, I've got the rider. It'll just be nice to like have Kamen Rider posed up on his motorcycle being a badass, and then Kamen Rider on foot being a badass, and then him fighting some Shocker Combat men. So yeah, the bike is so sick. It's so cool. Super pumped about this, man. Again, this was something that I always missed online as well. Like Cyclone would come up for fairly cheap, and I'd be like, ooh, I should grab Cyclone, and I always slept on it. And then this 2-pack of Rider 2 and Cyclone was real cheap. They both need to be on the bike with one arm wrapped around the other. So yeah, I'm happy to have Rider 2. I'm happy to have Cyclone. I'm happy to have the bike. It's just so cool, man. Like all of this SHF stuff just makes me so happy. And they give you 2 different scarves to put on. One is sort of laying flat and the other one's sort of blowing in the breeze. It's just everything you would want. It's like in the Kanye video. Yes, I should reenact the Kanye video with Kamen Rider toys. So that is some of that. Can't wait to see pics, babe. I can't wait to take pics. That's actually, the second this stream is over, right now I'm going to take my belt off in a not so sexy manner, because it's stabbing me in the guts. I feel like we do that a lot here on stream. And then promptly after this stream is over from Amazon, I'm going to order a pop-up photo booth. Even though I should be saving my money for 5 points, I feel like I need to. Mari, what's up, dude? Cheers, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to get one of those pop-up photo booths so I can get some pics of my toys, because I feel like I need to up my photo game on Instagram because my photos suck. And just for Mari, because you might have missed it, Rider 2 and Cyclone, bam, and Masked Rider 1, already subscribed. Thanks, buddy. And Rider 1. So Rider 1 and Rider 2 and Cyclone, I cannot wait to pose these guys up. It's going to be so much fun. But y'all know how it is making YouTube videos. I mean, some of you do. Every time you get a toy, you're denied the pleasure of playing with it right away because you have to make a video about it. So I'm going to hold off opening these for a little bit so I can make some videos. But it's going to be good. I'm sure you got them for a good price. Are you flirting? I'm always flirting. I'm a cock tease. That's what I do. Yes. Masked Rider was 2,500 yen. So 25-ish bucks American, $30 Canadian. And Rider 2 and Cyclone was 4,000 yen. So like $40 American or like 50-ish Canadian. So stupid good prices on those. Lucas is hanging out as well. It's good to see you, man. I don't know if I already referenced your name, but I try. It's a streamer's technique as you look in the chat and when you see somebody's name, you reference them directly because it creates an emotional bond. And then later, years later, you're going to ask for their money on Patreon. Yes, excellent prices on these guys. Fuck yeah, dude. Japan is the future. Actually, just going to the homeland of these toys is where it's at. And you know what I was surprised about? While I was out and about in the world... yeah, Quick. Where's Quick at? While I was out in the world, let's talk about Marvel Legends for a split sec. I know this is a Japan-focused stream. So here's Wolvie Boy. Just for those of you who... pulling back the veil on the machine at YouTube. Yeah, don't forget to join my Patreon. Don't worry. I'll wait till like 5,000 subs to start asking for your money. So Marvel Legends, what I learned is don't ever buy them. Why do you do this stream this particular time? I will get into that in a moment. So Marvel Legends out in the world in London are fucking expensive. Oh my God, do not buy a Marvel Legend if you're ever in the United Kingdom. Oh my God. And I feel so badly for every UK collector because they are like 30 to 35 British pounds, which is so much money. So don't do it. Also, in France, same deal. You're paying euros and they're like 35, 40 euro. So expensive. But I was surprised in Japan, kind of comparable. Like, not so bad. Like, yeah, like $25. Like, a normal-ish price. So, yeah, interesting. Just so you know. Why do I stream at this particular time? Thursdays have always been stream night, and it's always been a late-night thing. Originally, the Lego stream was, I would drink a lot. I would drink a lot on stream. And just 10 o'clock after work seemed to make the most sense. And it's sort of just been my stock standard time since I've started streaming. So I've been streaming for more than a year now, every Thursday. And it's just sort of become the time. And originally, I don't know if there was a reason why, other than it was a convenient night to do it for me. And it just sort of has stayed that way. And I'm very much a creature of habit. So Thursday stream night, Monday is Monday vlog, Tuesday is the Tuesday upload. And sometimes when I'm feeling frisky... there's like an extra video, but that's very, very rare because I'm not as productive as I'd like to be. Japan is just dope. That is true. Cool. More stuff from Japan. Do you guys want to see more stuff? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. What have I missed out on? You have missed out on some Ultraman Sofubi, some really simple stuff. Let's probably praise it. You missed out on some Ultraman stuff, which I can hold up briefly. So here's a little Sofubi Ultraman. I want to airbrush him, so I got a bunch of those. Here is a villain, and he's like, oh, don't stop. So he is pretty great. I held up some Bandai stuff. You might have been here for that. SH Figuarts, Masked Rider 1, Masked Rider 2, and Cyclone. So that might have been what you missed, as well as a bunch of stuff for Mitch. But we will continue on. We'll sally forth. Sofubi. Mitch and Luke both want to see... It's totally the Red Man guy. It's definitely the Red Man guy. Sofubi. So before I left for Japan... I entered a Real Head Sofubi lottery, and I was lucky enough to win the Alien homage, the Xenomorph homage, real head piece. So I was lucky enough to win this like the day before I left for Japan. So I paid up and I asked my roommate quite kindly, would you make sure you get this package? Aliman, yeah, the Alien homage. Aliman, am I saying that right? Translation, we're good. So I was lucky enough to win him and have to shell out for a bunch of for a Sofubi figure right before I left. Leah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, how do you get in a Sofubi lottery? Through Instagram or maybe a blog. They will post, hey guys, you have this time to enter. These are the details. So you email an email address and you're like, this is my address, this is my PayPal, this is my mailing address, this is my PayPal account, this is my email, this is all my info. Thanks. And then they draw names and they email you back if you win once they do the draw, and they send you an email with an invoice and they're like, hey, you owe us this much money and we'll ship. You send them the PayPal money and it's EMS. So like 3 or 4 days later, boom, your guy shows up. And this was what I won before I left. So I came home to this, which was actually a nice sort of anchor for me because I didn't know if I would get to, and a picture of your dong. Don't forget the dong pic. I was lucky enough to win, and it was nice because I knew I had this guy waiting for me when I came home, and I didn't know if I would find any real head that I could afford in Japan. Because Mandarake, as awesome as they are for SH Figuarts and Gunpla and things like that, they are fucking scalping sons of bitches, pardon my French, when it comes to Sofubi, when it comes to Real Head, Paul Kaiju, all of these awesome Sofubi makers. They are absolute bastards when it comes to that. So on one hand, Mandarake is an amazing wonderland of beautiful toys at a beautiful price for everyone, and on the other hand, they're fucking scumbags. So that's sort of how it happens. It's so weird to love a toy store for so many reasons and then despise them for another. So Mandarake, if you're watching, I'm sorry I have such harsh words, but seriously, you guys are fucking assholes sometimes. They're gentle. So this is Aliman. This is the Xenomorph Real Head homage. And I came home to him, but I had a very exciting and interesting and life-changing experience while I was there. Yeah, reasonably, the only way to buy Sofubi secondhand at a reasonable price is from other collectors. That is true. Last year they went for dude, some of the ones I was looking at were like $7,000. Yeah, totally. Mari's got it right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's buying, because someone has to be buying for them to price that high. Maybe it's just like new businessmen to Sofubi are like, ooh, and like they can afford to drop $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a Sofubi. Only $7,000. Got it. Only $7,000? I'll take 2. It's my fault when I was there last time. Could have been Kanye West. Yeah, actually, blame PewDiePie. So, also, while we're here on Sofubi, I'll hold this guy up. This is my Adam A. This was my first real head piece that I won. I've got some other pieces from Mitch, because you're a wizard. But yeah, this guy's pretty spectacular as well. Man, Cause stuff. Cause is so 2009, am I right? So while I was in Japan, I was lucky enough to meet the man himself. I went to the Real Head shop and I got to meet Mori-san, and he was an amazing man, and it was lovely to meet him and talk to him and enter a lottery and be lucky enough to buy a toy that day. And I have another... That's true, I got to meet Gokudo and Cord Viper as well. What did he smell like? I don't remember. I didn't smell him too deep. I should have. So, boom. Some other little bits. This guy here. Bam. Look at that. Cigarettes and apple juice. I definitely smelled like cigarettes that day. Your old Peppercine had a few darts while he was on vacation. So that was one of the pieces that I grabbed. I also got to grab this really cool Cord Viper piece. So a little Cord Viper dude. So a couple awesome little bits. And then the most amazing of the bunch. I really don't get these. At least they're not Pops or Mighty Mugs. Yeah, it's... the reason why Sofubi is cool is Sofubi is sort of this lost art form that has sort of come back to life. It was a style of toy that was very popular back in the day and then sort of died out. And it had this resurgence where with independent artists making Sofubi again. So making toys in the old way, but with new designs and new creations. And comparing them to Pops or Mighty Mugs is enough to trigger a man. Because Funko Pops are very much a mass market garbage product for anyone. Whereas Sofubi is made by like a specific person and artist who decides to make a toy, and then they airbrush them themselves, or have artists airbrush them for them. So there's like an element of artistry. It's okay. I'm just explaining for those who don't know, because I'm sure there are some who don't. They're like Funko Pops, but not as nice. But yeah, there's sort of a whole like life to these figures and a whole like personality and artist behind them. It's like a less pretentious resin scene. Yeah, it's a lot like resin as well. Yeah, it's like an artist having a vision and making a thing, only with like the sort of tradition and practice and dedication that comes from the Japanese culture. Yeah, it's just, for me, what I find endearing and exciting about it is the fact that like it's not just a toy, it's an artist, and it's not just a thing, it's a piece of art. Which is, I find really exciting. Yeah, they're like Funko Pops, but not as sexy. Get it? Art toys. Yeah, totally. But yeah, so I was able to meet Mori-san, the man who arguably kickstarted this revolution of people making toys this way again. And then I was able to buy a piece directly from him, which was spectacular. So boom. Mitch, if you know the name of this head, please tell me, because I don't. So this here is my real head piece, handed to me by the man himself, which was just spectacular. It was so cool. Yeah, the color scheme's amazing. Someone pointed out in the Discord, yeah, this is Glyos. This is a Glyos fig. I mean, the arms do pop off. To take the arm or something off of Sofubi, you just stick it in your armpit so it gets nice and warm, and then you rip it off as hard as you can. That's all sarcastic. Please don't do it. Yeah, someone pointed out on the Discord, it might have been Quick, actually, that... Oh, it is Glyos. It's a Glyos head. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll stop making jokes about how this is a Glyos toy, because it is and it isn't. Oh, Mari, Glyos is really cool. So Glyos figures. I'm just going on all kinds of rants for Mari. Glyos is. I'll grab one of them here. This is a Knight of the Slice figure. Glyos is a universal peg system where all of them have a ball sort of socket joint, and you can clip them together, and you just sort of swap pieces out. It's like Hero Mashers, but not fucking lame. So Glyos, these Knights of the Slice are actually sort of a weird example for Glyos, because Glyos is mostly these O'Neill design, like sort of creatures. But yeah, so Glyos is like a universal peg system, and O'Neill design is the one that started it. And this head is a Glyos homage, or just a Glyos team up sculpt. But yeah, someone pointed out on the Discord, I think it was Quick, that the colors shouldn't go together, but they do. And I definitely agree with that in a sense. Like, the blending of these colors works so beautifully, but only because it's done in such a way. Like on their own, these colors might not make a nice palette, but somehow together they seem to work. And this is just an awesome, awesome toy. Yeah, totally. It is the blending and the gradient and the fact that, you know, the history behind who. Oh yeah, Quick said it looks like a bit like Devilman, which I don't disagree with. Totally. NAFTA. I give credit to Quick over what you were saying. Yeah, so this was the piece that I got from Maury. It's crazy to just have some amazing toys, like just things I never thought I'd ever get to own, things I never thought I'd have in my collection. That camera doesn't really help. But yeah, those are my Sofubi finds. And I think I need to figure out a way to make videos about Sofubi. I don't know what sort of format I should do, but I think it's something I need to do because no one really does it. And I need to find an appropriate way to do it because I don't want to be a show off. But I feel like I'm okay at conveying myself without being a weenie butt. All right, Ian's getting credit for something he didn't say. Went from 0 to 3 in Elsa's real head so quick, bro. It did. Sofubi art critiques. Google Hangout session this weekend. I'm down. I'm down. Someone said it. Someone go to the Discord. Everybody join the Discord. What else we got? I got a couple of these guys. Bam. So these are big size muscle men. Big size muscle figs. I found Spray Paint Man and Oil Man. These guys are hilarious. So these had to come home with me. They were dirt cheap as well. These were like $1 a piece. And this is something you just never would find here. Are those third party? Nope, these are legit, I do believe. They've got the same imprint on the back, the YS, I think it's YSNT. Yeah. So these are the big size Kaneko Keshi. One regretful purchase I didn't make. So there was 4 of these in a package for $4, so $1 a piece. 2 of them went to my boy Larry. Had to hook him up, had to help him out, had to give him some cool stuff. But there was a giant bag. I'm not even gonna lie, probably like 100. This giant, just saran wrapped pile of these guys. And it was like $30. And I'm sort of sad I didn't get it, but I knew if I bought it that my suitcase would weigh too much and I'd have to pay extra at the airport. Like, I knew it. It weighed a fucking ton. Like, you could break a window with one of these guys if you needed to. And there's a giant sack for $30 that I swear it had to have 50 to 100 of them in there. So many. And yeah, I passed on it. But you should have bought it. Yeah, I should have bought it and I should have sold them singularly on eBay to make my money back. But that's not really my style. Swallow them before you got on the plane. Giveaways, totally. Yeah, the only giveaway stuff I have is a bunch of those. I have a couple. I have like a Marvel Legend synthwave Deadpool, that thing that nobody wants because apparently they're everywhere. Could have painted the doubles. Fuck, guys, you're right. I should have got them. So, anyways, these guys here, they're going on this cam. Bam, bam. They're pretty special. I'm happy to have them. There's a couple Kaneko guys that I just find super endearing, and like Oil Man and Spray Paint Guy are definitely some of them. They're so silly. They're super bizarre. So I'm happy to have them. It's not translating too well on that camera, but they are definitely flesh tone. It's like a peach color. You want to see Cord Viper next to Bat Sofubi Guy? Totally. Oh, don't stop. Please, no. Leave me be. I don't know how that became his personality, but it definitely did. No, don't. Stop, please. Leave me alone. And then Cord Viper. It's a little bit shorter. He might scale a little bit better with Ultraman. No, Ultraman's definitely taller. Boop. Yeah, definitely much taller. I mean, they could have a good fight. He can't even stand for himself. It's part of the lore. Yeah, it's part of the lore. Somebody update the wiki. Hell yes. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang with your old Peppercine. Yeah, next stream will be the Monster Prom stream. So I hope you guys want to come hang out and see me play a super weeb-ass dating sim. More people join the Discord. That's great. I'm definitely clicking on it now because I'm curious. Yeah, Sam's down. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Discord. Okay, I should really not be multitasking in such a way. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to play Monster Prom next week, which should be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited. There's like a werewolf who's a sports guy. All this Discord plugging, I'm jelly. Yeah, man, I'm jelly, dude. Your Discord's dope. Also, join the Toy Boys Discord. Everybody. Also, Mari, can I make an announcement? Is that okay? Am I allowed to make an announcement? You tell me, brother. Random Keshi. Yeah. So for those of you in the chat who don't know who Mari is one of the brains, one of the minds behind... Sorry, just for a moment, though. No, stop, don't. Back up, man. Mari is one of the minds behind the Toy Boys channel. They have an excellent podcast. So check out the Toy Boys podcast. I assume it is on all podcast platforms. I assume you can find it through the iTunes or the SoundClouds or the Blueberries. And it is definitely available to listen to via their YouTube channel. It is an excellent podcast. They make excellent content. And Mari is my crush. I said it like a drunk man. Mari is my just YouTube for now. Cool. Mari is my Toy Boys crush. I appreciate his efforts and his abilities and what he brings to YouTube as far as the toy community is concerned, because the toy community is a barren wasteland that needs more cactus, needs more of an oasis, and Mari's stuff and the Toy Boys stuff is just very refreshing and awesome. And so we have invited him to be on Good Morning Toy World. So at least check out the Mari reviews. Totally. So Mari's going to come and chat with us on the podcast. Toy Boys. Yeah, Toy Boys. So yeah, Mari's going to come and hang out and chat on the podcast. We haven't had a guest in a long time. The last guest we had was Jesse DeCessio from Toy Pizza, and before that we had Jesse Anaconala. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. I do apologize. A voice actor from Vancouver. So we've had voice actors. We've had toy pizzaman, and now we're gonna have a toy boy. Yeah, it's gonna be Jesse Anaconda. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. So we're gonna pick his brain and talk about toys. Yeah, up until now we've only had Jesse's on the show. What a fun bunch they've been. So this, bam, you might have seen it in my last video in the montage. I got a little Kirby Gashapon. Can you get the voice actor of Goldar to show via call-in? Absolutely. So here is Kirby. He's just a sort of squishy dude. He was one of the first Gashapon machines I did a crank on. He's pretty great. I went absolutely Gashapon insane. While I was out at a shrine in Kyoto, I got this fox mask as well. It's actually a pretty decent scale for okay. Here we go, guys. No, don't even look. I'm a fox now. I'm scary. Back off, man. So I got a little fox mask that's in no scale whatsoever. It's just a fox mask. It actually might look good on a 1/6 figure, maybe. It might be a little small. So grabbed that, and I'm happy I got the white one. Some of the others were not nearly as cool. Some of them were only half masks, so happy to have the one that I wanted. I got lucky that way. I got relatively lucky as far as Gashapon goes. The whole time I was gone, actually. I seemed to do pretty well on the crank machines, but that's just luck. So that, I got a little Punk Drunkers dude. I actually haven't opened. Most of these I have not opened, so. Talk about your failure to secure muscle birds. Muscle birds were a Gashapon machine of these bird figures that were fucking ripped. They were all jacked and like almost Kanikumen in the way that they were like cartoonishly muscly, but they were highly detailed and they were all painted and they were amazing, but I never saw them and I wish I saw them. So that's one of the bigger failures in my life. It's one of the reasons why I don't sleep too well at night, but if only. So I got a little Punk Drunkers guy. I got like 3 from this Punk Drunkers machine. So here's that guy over there sitting. A little guy to sit on your laptop monitor. I don't know where you'd put him. Jesus. He's pretty great. I got a couple of those. Ojisan. Ojisan and Atsu. Grabbed them. They're pretty BRB. See you in a mom. Yeah, they're pretty great. I grabbed, I think, 3 or 4 from this machine. Time-wise, I don't think cranking open all of them makes sense, but I'll just hold up the pamphlet from them. So I got these guys. I got the guy who hangs off your drink glass holding the Punk Drunkers flag. And then I got the one that was imitating this girl here. So I don't know what this character is from. Oh, sorry, it's hard to. I don't know what this girl is from. But it's Aitsu pretending to be her. So he's wearing a mask and her dress. But she was in Gashapon machines everywhere. So I don't know which character he's riffing off. But I thought it was super, super clever. Super clever. So those are some of the Punk Drunkers ones I grabbed. I'll pull out my Vader here in a moment. Also, I'm not sure if you saw my request. Please show Bat Sofubi behind Cord Viper like he's massaging his shoulders. Absolutely. I'll just pose that up so I can cut to it real quick. Oh, gosh. I hope you guys are ready for this shit. Boom! Oh, it's hard to see. I'll turn them sideways a little. Hey, man. Don't worry. I got your back, bud. If anybody comes near, I'll tell them don't. I'll tell them to stop. Super funny. That's great. Thank you. I also grabbed... I'll just leave it up on the screen for a minute. I also grabbed... a Star Wars Gashapon. I grabbed one for Larry, and then Larry went nuts and bought them all online today, so I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You need photos of that on Insta? Totally. I don't even know if I can bring myself to paint Zubato at all. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. I fell in love with him. So I got some Star Wars Keshi. So here is Vader. I'll switch that back. I don't think you should, honestly. No, I don't think I will. Pardon me. So this is a Keshi Vader. All of these were great. I only saw the machine once, which was a shame. I would have loved to sink more money into it. So I got him and I got Han Solo, but I gave Han Solo away. So I don't have him here to show you guys, unfortunately. But that is Vader. These are great. I actually inspired Larry to buy them all on eBay. Sorry, dude. But he got a great price. He got like the full wave and he paid like $3 a piece for them. So that's what you would pay in a Gashapon. So good deal for him. I kind of feel bad for opening the floodgates, but this Vader's dope. Happy to have him. I'll stick him back here on the shelf, because why not? It would have been better to get him in white, honestly. In black, honestly, just because, you know, Vader. But yeah, still very, very cool. What else? I did a lot of muscle gashapon. We've got a bunch in there, but I managed to, while I was digging through the sack, grab an appropriate one to show off. Did they have Greedo? Ooh, I don't know if Greedo was one of the ones they did. Also, if they do, I have to buy him off the internet. I honestly overlooked Greedo, which is kind of sad. I don't think they do, though. No, they've got Yoda, Boba Fett, Han, 3PO, R2, Stormtrooper, Luke, and Vader. And then they also do them in white, black, and tan. So you can get them in all of those colors. I don't think the tan is like a flesh tone. I think it's like a sandier color. I love that Greedo colorway worst you have. Yeah, he's pretty special. I love the Greedo colorway worst as well. So I was lucky enough while I was playing the Gashapon, because I think they're the more rare ones. Correct me if I'm wrong or if you know any better. But I did Kinnikuman, Muscle, Keshi. I did those up, and I was lucky enough to get some of the 2-pack ones. So there's a couple in the Gashapon that, in the wave, that are like doing moves on one another. These ones are congratulating each other. I think it's Terryman and Kinnikuman. And so you get two muscle figs, and you can pose them up together is the idea. So these guys are congratulating one another. So they're sort of... God, this is like so hard to... I gotta do the side cam. All right, take a break, boys. Oh, no, don't stop the shoulder rubs. I love rubbing them up. Get those out of the way. Life is hard right now. So these guys are congratulating one another because they just won a fight, I would assume. I'll try and focus that. Sorry, guys. There they are. So they're congratulating one another, having just won a fight. Bam! There's the giant one behind. They're congratulating one another for having just won the fight. Or if you want to get super weird with it, they are holding one another because life is hard and you need companionship. So those are the muscle figs. Those are the ones I grabbed. There are many more. But we honestly don't have time to go through each and every one. Perhaps I need to do a video. That's probably a thing. So we shall see. And the best part for me doing the Gashapon machines, doing the machines for muscle, is that I prefer flesh tone. That's my standard color. I'm not a huge fan of the different colorways. So to get most of the ones I pulled, because flesh is the most common color, I was lucky. Just super stoked to have them. So we'll get those guys off cam. We'll put back Cord Viper and Bat Boy having a rub down. Hey, man. Glad I could get your shoulders. You're feeling... Seems like you're a little tense, man. So yeah, super stoked on those dudes. They're pretty great. They are pretty excellent. Whom else? So I think we covered what we needed to... I didn't get any H. I'm. You know what? I honestly just forgot. I kept trying to buy one at this corner store, but I just kept forgetting, and that's sad. I need to buy a Kinnikuman Sofubi, at least one. Me too, man. I would love to have a Kinnikuman Sofubi, preferably a weird character. Like if I could get my hands on Oil Man, that'd be dope. But I don't think they make. I don't think they make the weirder characters. I think they only make sort of the mainline heroes and villains. Mandarake does have a ton online. It's hard though because Mandarake does that thing with Sofubi where they try and hold you down and stick their fingers in your butt. It is five star. 5 star makes them. But yeah, so like the price point on them sometimes sucks real bad. But when they're flesh tone, you can sometimes get them for like 70 to $100, which is just a little bit more than what they're worth when they get released. But a lot of them are like $300, $400, $500, $700, which is very Mandarake and very unreasonable. But yeah, I feel like I need one too. I did see some, I think it might have been 5-star as well. Vicious Fun as pink blanks. Ooh, Winky Winky. Yeah, how much are those, buddy? I did see, I don't know, if I think 5-star makes them too, because they looked very, very similar in sculpt. I mean, I could say similar in color, but that flesh tone's a very standard color. Oh, that's not bad. I saw 3 or 4 Street Fighter, pardon me. I saw 3 or 4 Street Fighter characters, and I was very tempted. And the price point on them wasn't so bad. They were $70 to $90 ish. But it was near the end of my trip, and my money was getting low, and I didn't want to just like come back bankrupt, so I held off. But I kind of wish I grabbed Zangief. That would have been dope. The Russian bear fighter. But yeah, some more toys. Oh, I got some Bakuruman treats. A couple of those while I was there. So these ones have the Attack on Titan stickers. No spoilers, I'm not very far into Attack on Titans. I enjoy it. I do think it's a good anime. But I'm about halfway through the first season, so yeah, grabbed a couple of these with some stickers. I'm not sure what you missed, buddy. Maybe some Gashapon stuff. But yeah, so there's stickers in these guys, highly collectible stickers. I wish I saw the Star Wars version of these, or the Kinnikuman version of these. If I saw those. Chasing Rob, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. We're talking about stuff I got in Japan. He missed the massage. Oh, I'll go back to the massage in a minute. Yeah, they have Kinnikuman versions of these as well as Star Wars ones, and I really wanted them, but I never saw them, and if I did, I would have gone nuts. I'm a filthy casual. Attack on Titan's my favorite anime ever. Don't worry, man. Being a cash is where it's at. That's what I'm all about, dude. My knowledge of anime is very limited, and I'm not ashamed of it. Like the things you like, the amount that you like them, and if anyone tells you you're not a real fan, fucking punch him in the kidneys. Can you imagine, like, on the street, you're having an interaction with someone and you're talking about Star Wars or whatever, and they're like, they reference something you have no idea about. They reference, like, what is Dengar's fucking ship called? It's like the Boner Impaler or something. And they reference it and you don't know the reference, and they're like, you're not a real fan. And instead of just like being like, you're kind of mean, just like fucking punching them in the kidney. Just do a sidestep and a punch in the kidney. Yeah, don't do that ever. Treat everyone with respect, or at least the respect they deserve, because if they're throwing sand in your eyes, go for the kidneys, baby. So, some Bakuruman stuff. And I grabbed a handful of these because I feel like I wanted to eat them because they're also delicious. It's like a wafer cracker with like goo. Local man was arrested for assaulting a weeb. You're not a real fan unless you can name all of the Ewoks. Do a mukbang? Should I eat one? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe these characters on here are the house characters that belong to this cracker company. Like, these are the main ones. I could be wrong, unless they're from an anime that I've never seen or never heard of. But these seem to be absolutely everywhere. Mukbang is the best Ewok. These seem to be everywhere. They're OG characters. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I have some knowledge and I'm not just full of lies. So I grabbed a couple of these as well. Yeah, should I eat one? I probably should, hey? I know I'm just gonna get cracker dust everywhere in here, and I'm just gonna be mad tomorrow, but open one, please. So yeah, I'm opening one of the OG crackers. I'm about to get wafer all over my bedroom. So I'm going to munch down on this, and then I'll show you guys whatever sticker I got in there. You ask, and you shall receive. I got your back, buddy. Put the cracker on the turntable. You got it, buddy. They're delicious. So it's like a wafer cracker with some sort of like delicious sugary goo in the middle. And I believe there's peanut in them. And they come with collectible stickers. And it's not going to be a shock to any of us in the chat here who are collectors, who collect things, and that's what we do. I assume most of us are. Bakuraman stickers are insane. There are some of them that are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars because of how rare these stickers are. I have a couple. No, they're probably lost in my shit. So yeah, I'll stop this weird waltz of death that my cracker is having on Mr. Turntable. And I'll show you guys the sticker. I never got these stickers, as in you don't understand why people collect them, or you don't personally own any. That is my question. I saw this as I look over my pages of $100 plus cards. Can you describe the taste like a Guy Fieri on 100 stars? I've never seen the show, but I think I could do a Guy Fieri. Oh, you guys would not even know how to handle the salty sweetness of the cracker and the crunch of it. It's amazing. What's in this? Tell me. I have no idea what the guy. I just know Guy Fieri looks like a shittier version of the dude from Smash Mouth. I'm sorry. I wish I had more reference to make a better joke. That's money, brother. That's money. I always assumed he was grosser than that. Like, he's like, you know what? I want to have actual sex with this thing I'm eating on my television show. Welcome to Flavor Town. If you're Guy Fieri, you can't swallow. Oh, does he spit shit back into a bucket? Like a wine taster? Boom. Here's our sticker, baby. There she is. Some sort of bat-helmeted woman riding a shield. She's dope. It's not been confirmed. I'd hang out with Guy Fieri too, as long as he was buying lunch. But he never swallows on camera. Out of context, swallowing on camera sounds dirty. Yeah, so there's our sticker. It's pretty spectacular. It's going in the drawer for me to forget about. And we should move on to some more stuff. I'm moving a little bit slowly, and we're running out of time. You guys seem happy. Should I try and wrap things up at the normal time and aim to end in like 15 minutes around midnight? Or should I just keep pulling things out and we can keep chatting? Because I'm happy to keep going. It's all up to you guys. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to see. Yeah, I'm totally happy to just keep 20 minutes. Okay, so I should go over time. I got class tomorrow morning. Rip. All right, see you later, buddy. Yeah, okay. I'll try and be decent with the time, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. Okay, so we ate a cracker. We showed off a sticker. I have another food item. Oh, I have a couple food items. Let's just keep going with the mukbang. Stay radical. Yeah, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Sunday. I might be able to chat on Sunday. if you guys want to do a Google hang, or actually no, Sunday's kind of fucked. I have like a ton of editing to do as well as recording the podcast with Mari. So I don't know if Sunday's a good day, but Tuesday, Wednesday might be better. We'll find a time and we'll talk on the face things. Lukewarm Reviews, amazing channel, guys. I love his videos, his toy videos, so check them out. So let's keep on the food train. And let's go with these guys. Bam! Fucking Angry Lemon. Look at this dude. Look at this guy. He is not stoked. The reason he's not stoked, this is gum, I think. You love those? Boom. This is going in your bag, buddy. This is for you then. So I grabbed these just on a whim because the packaging is just so silly. I think they're gum. They don't break down when you chew them. They don't disappear in your mouth. Or maybe I just didn't try long enough. But they're super sour, super tart. I have an open bag over here so I can eat one. I can continue the mukbang and tell you all about it. But these had to come home with me because they're so silly. But Mitch loves them, so they're going in Mitch's bag. And I will bring those to you later. So yeah, I've got an open sack of Angry Lemon Boys. And the packaging reflects that he's an Angry Lemon Boy. I think there's different packages or different wrappers. Yeah, some of them are like zoomed in on his forehead sweat. TNT had some. Dope. Yeah, super silly, super weird. Just sour, gummy thing. It's gum-esque. But like, to me, when I look at that, that doesn't scream stick of gum to me, but... Whoa, I just had a weird flashback. They're pretty sour. It's pretty fucking sour. But good. If you like sour stuff. Don't swallow. Whew. Well, I'm glad we did this together. Oh. We have fun, don't we? You always sweat when you have sour stuff? Weird. I don't. Interesting. It's really sour. Okay. Listening to me chew must be awful. I do apologize. Hey, is that my first apology this stream? Mitch, what's my apology count at? I also found candy Gashapon machines. Mitch, are these the same ones that you have? Where's this Sofubi to scale with? That's the one? Those are the ones you have? So I found a couple of these. I actually intend on painting them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble them and I'm going to paint them so that they look like the actual Gashapon machines. So they're white with like sky blue sort of highlights. And I actually took a bunch of pictures on my phone of inserts from Gashapon machines. This is how crazy I'm getting. Pictures from the inserts of the Gashapon machines, so the label of what toys they're in. So I got the Kanikumin one. I got some Sofubi Vag art ones. I got a bunch of pics, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them up, or take the photo, crop it down, shrink the photo, print the photo, cut the photo, slide the photo in like a real Gashapon machine, paint them up, and then pose them up with figures. So I got a couple to do that with. Sorry, I gotta get rid of this sour thing that's in my mouth. So I got a couple to do that with because that's just too fun. So in the future, there will be photos on my Instagram with them. And I grabbed 4 of these things so I could make up a bunch because I was like, when in Rome, do as the obsessive collective toy nerd does and get a bunch of things just in case you never see them again. So I got 4 of these. I intend on painting them all up. And maybe there'll be a gift for a friend. Wink. How much were they in Japan? Maybe they were $3 or $4, like 3,000 or 4,000 yen. They weren't like cheap, like they weren't like $1, but they weren't like too much, you know. So yeah, some candy machines to paint up and scale with my Sofubi toys, because I'm a weirdo. I'm a weird dude who collects toys, and I'm on the internet, and yeah, that's my whole story. Do they work? Yeah, I think you can crank them and the candies will come out. Also in my toy bag, Stephen King's Salem's Lot. I intended on reading this book while I was on my trip, and I got like one page in and didn't. But my bookmark is a photo I took of a kaiju next to a fence. This is a Killer J Sofubi. He's actually behind me on the shelf. Love this toy. It was a hookup from Larry. So Larry, if you're watching, thank you. So that was my bookmark in my Stephen King novel that I intended to read on the trip. So that just happened to be in my toy sack. So I pulled it out, and I was doing a bit, but this bit isn't particularly funny, so I will get rid of this book. Give us the plot of Salem's Lot, but not the actual plot. Salem's Lot is actually it's a spiritual successor to The Sandlot. Do you guys remember that movie about baseball? So Salem's Lot is a lot like The Sandlot. It's a bunch of kids who play baseball, but it is Stephen King, so at the end there's a bit of a dark twist. It turns out they were all being molested. That's a really fucked up joke. I don't apologize, because it's, you know, comedy is comedy, and if we start apologizing for our jokes, that's literally the end of society as we know it. So cheers, everybody. I made a fucked up joke. All right, back to the toys. Back to the toys before everyone unsubscribes, because I'm making light of how dark and horrible the world can be. So back to Kamen Rider. Sounds better than Sandlot too. Definitely. This new Pepper is edgy. Edgy Pepper. I like edgy Pepper. I mean, it's okay to like yourself, right? Bam. Sounds better than Sandlot 1. Boom. Shocker Combat Man. I got two because I'm a psychopath. 2 Shocker Combat Men. So I have 4 of these in total now to battle my Kamen Rider toys. Shocking. Yeah, these guys are great. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm at Yodobashi Camera, and I'm checking out and I'm buying some things, and they're like, hey, if you use Visa, yes, it's the new one with like wrinkles on the fabric for the sculpting, as well as better knees, I guess. I didn't know the knees were an issue on the previous one because my knees were fine. So I was checking out at Yodobashi Camera, and they're like, yo, by the way, they didn't say yo or by the way. They were like, hey, white guy. Hey, whitey. No, they didn't call me whitey. Everybody was very kind in Japan, and no one called me a gaijin, except maybe a little girl on a train. I don't know. I didn't fight her about it, so we're good. If you look closer, they have bigger bulges. No joke. So I'm checking out Yodobashi Camera, and they're like, hey, we have a promotion where if you use your Visa, you get 10% off your total purchase. And I was like, you got it, buddy. So I paid with Visa, and as I'm paying in the background, I see these guys on the shelf behind. I didn't see them out in the store. They're on the shelf behind the counter. I'm guessing maybe they're pretty sought after, so they just put them there, so they don't get stolen, maybe? I don't know what their logic was. So they're there on the shelf, and I'm finishing up my transaction, and I'm like, how much are Shocker Combat Men? And he's like, well, you get the 10% because of the Visa deal, but we also have a deal on Shocker Combat Man right now. So long story short, these guys were $20, and also Hongo was like $25. So I got myself Hongo as well. So this was a very, very Kamen Rider heavy trip, and I don't regret any of that. I guess the only regret I have is that I didn't buy like every Shocker Combat Man. He's like, oh, they're $20. It's like, yes, I will take all 30, please. But yeah, so I'm Oh, Tony, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel better, he was the only Hongo. I don't know if I'm lying to you or not. I don't remember if there were more. I'm sorry. That sucks, dude. But don't be sad. Just be happy for your peppercino. So I got 2 more Shocker Combat Men. So that brings me up to 4 Shockers to fight my Common Rider. To fight my Masked Rider. Hongo just hanging. Looking dope, looking fresh, looking fine. I love his motorcycle gloves. Super cool. Yeah, I just like started and completed my Common Rider collection in like one day, which was crazy, but also dope. And also incentivized me to start rewatching the first season. It's so good. It's such a good show. Hell yeah. What else we got? We're getting near the end actually. This timing is pretty good. We could go deep into some more Gashapon. We could go. Yeah, should we do some Gashapon stuff? I could show off Tony's final kit. Oh yeah, a couple more things for my sweet boy. My sweet boy Sir Tonesworth. These were just at a 7-Eleven, and they were dirt cheap, and they're little articulated. I think you bust them off a sprue and build them. Some Red Rangers. I don't know if it's random who is actually inside, because on the back of the package they're advertising multiple characters, but these are some little buildable Rangers, and they were just super cool, and they were dirt cheap. They were a couple bucks, and they were sitting in a stack, and I was like, you know what, it would be a fucking shame if I didn't grab some for Tony. So are those the pseudo? I don't know how to identify them. Oh yeah, these come out next year, according to the bottom of the box. This one says Yudo. Yeah, Yudo. Yudo. Yeah. Bam. Yeah. So those are going in your sack, buddy. Those are for you, my friend. Gasha goodness. Gasha pound. Yeah, we're actually getting to like the very end of everything. This is perfect. Yeah, no problem, man. So this is another more stuff for Tony. This was the other Kotobukiya model kit that Tony wanted me to grab. So it's more Robo Babes. Actually, you know what? The weird part is, Tony, is here, I'll show it at the side so you can see what they look like. There's some dank posability. So it's 2 babes in this box, and they are battle babes. I believe their bodies and heads and their helmets and all of that jazz are all super interchangeable, so you can pose them up and choose whichever head you prefer for whichever body you prefer. They're pretty spectacular. When I was looking at this kit and eyeing it up, part of me was like, it's just one, but you can make either or? No. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it is a head choice. They're showing them like in this parts out, in the part out thing. It looks like it's showing both bodies together. I think you get both bodies, brother. I could be wrong. Oh, on the side it says, this convertible kit includes 2 different interchangeable character heads. Kit includes 1 basic armor body and 1 set of armor. Yeah, you're right. You just get, you just get 1 body. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm glad I didn't buy one for myself then, because part of me was like, you get 2 babes in 1 box? I'd buy that. These are dope. But I'm glad that you've got the toys that you need. But part of me was tempted to actually buy these as well, because I'm down. This is a super cool design. 2 mouths, though. Jesus Christ, Mitch. So the last thing for Tony, and then the last thing in the box is just a buttload of Gashapon. So we'll show off some of those. I'm just trying to grab one of each, because I grabbed like a bunch from a lot of the same machines. Like, I cleared out some machines, just went fucking bonkers. So I'll try and grab one from each of the different machines as to not... oh, actually, I do have a story. Because there weren't enough stories about Japan while we're talking. This story is a Gashapon related story, and I'm happy to share it with you, but also I'm kind of an asshole in the scenario, so I feel just the littlest bit bad for how things went down, but also, like, I think he was trying to take advantage of me. So I was in I was in Nakano Broadway, which is the weird mall that has like 10 Mandarakes in it, and by 10 I mean like 30. And there's a lot of Gasha machines, Gashapon. So I go to this Gashapon little booth, and I put I needed Gasha money so I could get more of these guys. So let's show the toys as I tell the story. So this is that Punk Drunkers guy I held up earlier. This guy I actually got in Denver. I was at a toy shop called... what was it called? Lowbrow. I was in Lowbrow in Denver and found him. Vaj Aitsu, the Punk Drunkers mascot. So I found him in the flesh tone, which is amazing. Like, this is the ultimate perfect colorway for him. Absolutely just amazing find. So happy. And I found the new series in Crank Machine. So I found the new one that I was looking for. Here's the silver one. I'll actually pop them out and show you guys. I found the Vaj machine, which stands for Vinyl Artist Gallery, I believe. I found the Vaj machine. I put my money in the Vaj machine, and I spun the machine, and lo and behold, the silver version of. So this is the new series, so there are a bunch of different colorways, and I got the silver. Oh, Gasha, not Gallery. Perfect. So I got him, and I was stoked. And I'm not gonna lie, these guys were quite expensive. These were 500 yen. So these were roughly $5 American, or like $6 Canadian. $6.50, $7, $8. So the more expensive Gasha machine. And I found the one I was looking for. I was looking for him the whole trip, and I found him on my second to last day, and I was like, yes. So I went around the mall looking for a change machine, because I had bills, but weirdly enough, not enough coins. So I didn't have enough coin to crank the machine. I needed to break up some bills, and I found this little shop in the mall that had Gasha machines. I had a bunch of Gasha machines, none of the Vaj, none of the vinyl art Gasha, or Gacha. So I go to the machine, I put my money in and get a bunch of coins, because I need the 100 yen coins, because you need 5 of them in the machine to crank. Not enough coin to crank the Vaj box. I didn't have enough. So I broke a bunch of bills. Like, I broke a lot of bills, like $30. Like $30 worth of 100 yen coins. So broke a bunch of bills, got them up, threw them in my Totoro zippy guy. Oh, I'll show you my change purse. This is exciting. I managed to use up most of my coin while I was in Japan. But I have a little Totoro, the cat bus change purse, a little zipper on it. And in the zipper are all of the coins. And I managed to I only have like 1 coins in here, which is good. I managed to use up most of my 100 yen coins. So this is the 100 yen coin. And you needed 5 of these to get 1 of these guys. And I went to the machine and I broke up, still got 1,000 yen. So I broke up like 4 of these into coins, like a lot of coin. And I load up my coin cat. I fill my coin cat. I'm ready to go back to the Vaj machine, ready to go back and try and get more of these guys. And as I'm walking away, a guy runs up and he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, sorry. And he's like, my shop. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, points at the coin machine and points at his Gasha machines. And he's like, my shop. You have to use them at my shop. And like, Which, I mean, I understand. I am using his change machine. I'm breaking my bill in his change machine. But also, do I? So he wants me to use my coins in his shop, which I understand. But also part of me is like, motherfucker, this is a change machine. This is a machine that turns bills into coins, and you don't own my coins. So I just started punching him in the kidneys. No, it was fine. I understand where he's coming from, but also at the same time, maybe it's just because of my North American perspective, but in my mind, a change machine is not a contract, my friend. If I use a change machine to make change, that is what I've done. I could have just as easily broken it up in a vending machine or gone to the shop. He had no chill. He did have no chill. Or I guess I could have gone to the shop that the machines were in front of and asked them to break it, but I thought that was more confusing than using a robot to break up a machine. But anyways, I went back into his little Gasha shop, and I put... Maury is watching this video and is so disappointed in you. Probably not. Maury and I got along just great. So what I did get was a monster magnet from one of his machines. I threw 100 yen coin in and cranked one of these. You should have laughed while you left, keeping eye contact. That's like, you're not going to trick me, fella. So I got one of these magnets, which is cool. You can never have enough fridge magnets, but all of his other machines were fucking trash. Everything in them was just hot garbage. And so I bought my magnet, and then I just left. And I made it up in my mind. I was like, if he chases me down and is weird, I will just say, Sumimasen is excuse me. What's I'm sorry? I don't know. I was just gonna gaijin my way out of it because I needed coin for a machine, dog, and I'm sorry that your machines have hot garbage in them. But yeah, I bought a magnet, so he got 100 of my yen. So I feel like that's fair, because there was no way in flat fuck I was going to spend $40 worth of yen in it. Man visiting Japan gets kidneys punched for not buying Gasha. Sumimasen is sorry? Oh, okay. I may have misused that in context. But yeah, no, it's fine. Anyways, so I walked away with my money and my magnet. The magnet's cool. All of his other machines sucked ass, so I feel bad for his Gasha business. He's probably going out of business because everybody just keeps using their coins at other people's shops. But I went back to the Vag machine and got all of the Punk Drunkers that I wanted. I literally got the entire set. I cranked the machine until I got the entire set, and I only ended up with a couple extras, which I'm happy to spread the wealth and give them away. So I think I've got one for Tony and one for Mitch. So these are all the different colorways. So I've got one of these for you, Tony. It's the Rasta colorway, since you love mellow moods so much and you love your fucking Rasta drinks. The Rasta colorway is all yours. I've got a gold for myself, a silver for myself, Joker colors, purple and green, and then a blue one here. So I've got a Rasta boy for you, Tony. And I think one for myself. Yes. Yeah, I've got a Rasta boy for Tony. And then I have also got it's either silver or yeah, it's silver that I have a double of. Purple and green is Ava colorway. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I've got a silver boy for you, Mitch. So I've got a silver boy coming your way, buddy. And then I have one extra And that one extra is for painting. Because I didn't want to... Yeah, I've got 2 of this guy, and he's kind of the shit colorway. Like, he's fine. I've got 1 for the collection and 1 to paint. So he's blue with a little red dot on his nose. He doesn't really do much for me anyways. So I'm probably going to paint him up one day. So that'll be the one that I paint. And then I have a full set. I went nuts and I got a full set for myself. So very, very happy about those guys. They're super, super, super cool. Oh, totally. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Mitch. Doraemon. Yeah, the cat that's on everything. The, like, male version of Hello Kitty. The boy Hello Kitty. Cool. And then I want to keep one of these for myself. Mitch, I apologize, but I get first dibs. This is another one. So this is a Knave Gashapon. So he's pretty great. I'm going to keep this black colorway. I do apologize. Japan is dope, quick. You should absolutely go. See if your school will do a class trip. Knave Kitaki-kun. So yeah, I'm going to keep this black one. Sorry, Mitch, if you were attached to that colorway. I think it was in the video I sent you. But I grabbed you 2 others. So I've got 2 here for you. One of them is red. One of them is yellow. And they are pretty great. So those are for you, my sweet friend. And I didn't actually look at what other colorways there were. So I guess he's in burgundy or brown and white as well. So there's red, there's yellow, there's black, there's burgundy or brown, which I can't tell from this printout, and a white. Yeah. So maybe that will translate. Yeah, there's some different colorways. And they had a few other in the series. There was a bear, there was a kitty, and there was some sort of monster. None of those were characters I'm particularly familiar with. They're all very cool, and I did see machines for all of them. The only one that I never found was the bear. He was sold out everywhere. But the Knave and the Punk Drunkers is what I was after. Knave specifically for my boy, and Punk Drunkers specifically for me. Because I can't get enough, dude. I cannot get enough of this guy. I just, like, his, like, mildly offensive face. He's just, like, he's so great. He's such a great, like, ridiculous, like, pop culture character. And it's funny because it's, like, a pop culture character from a pop culture I'm not a part of, which is, like, extra hilarious. Like, I am definitely an outsider looking in, and to have the full wave of these guys feels pretty good, and to have an extra one to paint feels great too. So yeah, that is some of that. Then correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch, is this Gokudo? Is this one of his designs? As I'm holding it up and being silent. Okay, it's real head. Okay, so I grabbed this at Maury's shop, and then I also found in a crank machine a risky... I told you guys I was super lucky. I told you guys I was super, super lucky with the Gasha machines. Like, I had a lot of good luck. Like, when I did the collabs differ based on the design on the coin. Okay, that is very good to know. Thank you. The luck I had with Gasha, like the Punk Drunkard dude, when I was doing this Gasha machine, I got the entire set. Just putting money in the machine, I got the entire set with, I think I got 1 extra, and I got the whole set. And then I put a bunch more money in the machine because I wanted to. So I was super lucky with that. I was lucky to get Vader for the Star Wars Gashapon. Like, that was super, super, super cool. And I was super lucky to get... I got 2 of the muscle guys that are double sets where they're doing a move together. And then I put money in this machine, and this was the riskiest one of all, because there is only 2 things in the machine that I would want. if you guys can guess which ones are the 2 I would want, type it in the chat. 3, definitely. 5, definitely. So there's only 2 in the whole damn machine that I would want. Yeah, totally, Mitch. Skull Toys and Real Head. So I put the money in. 6. Actually, 6 is kind of cool because it's probably an homage to Blade Runner. So there's only 2 that I want. And lo and behold, I got myself another kitty. So that was super, super cool because I threw the money in and I was like, I'm probably not going to get what I want, which would suck. But I did get myself a little kitty next to the big kitty. Pretty special. And boop. No, I don't want to scrape anything. It doesn't quite fit. Those go for 30 on eBay. I believe it. So yeah, I managed to get one. And that was just super, super, super cool. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. And then what is left for Gasha? What is left? AI Oni. Does anybody know AI Oni? Was anybody on YouTube in 2008? Did anybody watch Let's Plays in 2008? It's me, but spelled wrong. So, AI Oni is this one here. This weird blue guy. And it was a horror video game that somebody made in... you were 9? Ooh, I'm an old guy. So it was a horror video game that somebody made in like RPG Maker XP or something, like a really old version of RPG Maker. And it was this horror game where you're stalked around a mansion by the AI Oni, which is this guy here. He's just this gross, deformed guy. So the AI Oni was the villain in this like crap RPG Maker game where you walk around a mansion, you get lost, and this thing is trying to kill you. And this colorway is him with the blood smeared all over his face, which is a thing that that happened near the end of the game, I believe. It's been a long time, but it was a big deal. It was one of those... yeah, totally. It was a really old PewDiePie Let's Play, and Cry also played it. A lot of YouTubers played it because it was just sort of this weird thing. And it was super nostalgic, and I saw him, and I had to have him, and I forget what video it was in. I was actually watching... You guys are going to make fun of me for how much I enjoy PewDiePie's content, but I was watching one of his Japan videos, and he actually found the machine and cranked it and got one, which I just thought was so funny that I saw him and felt nostalgic about it, and then watched his video, and he did the same thing, and I was like, oh, what a cute world we live in where I've spent too much time on the fucking internet. But this was a really sweet find. Just stoked. I'm just generally stoked. It was just a great thing to lay my hands on. And just really unexpected. Like, I didn't... He cranks it and gets it. I just didn't expect to see it. And then I looked it up online, and they're actually making an anime of it, or or a manga. Like, there's some sort of like revision of it, like it's coming back in a way, like they've licensed it to make shows or cartoons or whatever. So I guess that's why they did a Gashapon series of it. And I think the only thing left to talk about are a couple video games. Just a couple video games. So I scooped up so when I went to Japan, I was half expecting it to be this wonderland of like, my stream should be like this more often. Not necessarily the topic, but the flow. It's perfect. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Me taking a step away from Lego is a scary move because it's what I know and it's what I do. And I'm glad that you're enjoying this as much as you are, because I'm really enjoying this and I'm just burnt out on Lego, bro. So when I went to Japan, I was hoping that it would be this wonderland of incredibly cheap Game Boy games, but that was not the case. They have wised up, and their games are no longer as dirt cheap as they used to be, but that's okay. I managed to grab 2 games. One actually was dirt cheap. As I do that whole build-up about how it's no longer cheap, this one was cheap. It was only $1.80. It's called Flipple, and it's an exciting cube game. No idea. Never heard of it, never played it, never seen it, but it is 2-player, so that's fun. So I grabbed that, because why not? Just to chat and hear stories. And then this one is Gargoyle's Quest, which goes by a different name in Japan. But it's sort of like a side-scroller-y kind of game. So it's definitely one that I could play and not just be lost. So there's no real text to this game other than menus, which I'm sure I could figure out how to navigate. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a go. And I think that might be the end of the stream. That might be the end of all of the toys that I got. I think I showed you guys everything. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling with your old peppercine. I hope you had as much fun as I did. This definitely felt right. It's what needed to happen. I needed to show you guys some awesome toys. And I'm happy that you guys had the time to come hang out and watch me open up a bunch of Gashapon and tell a couple stories and hang out. So next stream, we will be playing a weird dating sim where I try and find a perfect date for prom. It felt very genuine and carefree. I hope I never come off as not genuine and carefree. I've got a huge erection now. So does this guy. Bam! Oh, let me get your shoulders, bud. Let me just rub you down. It's not a big deal. You don't have to tell anybody. We can just be pals. I hope I wake up for class. Me too, man. Thanks for hanging out and putting your studies secondary to my internet ridiculousness. No, it hasn't been there the whole time. I just reassembled it so I could do that. But yeah, next stream will be Monster Prom. So I will be finding a perfect date for the prom. And hopefully you guys enjoy that content as well. I might bring in a little more video game stuff. Obviously, toys are first and foremost. It's what this channel is about. It's what it will always be about. But it's just I want to make more things, and I feel like video games are not a far cry from what we do, being that we're all nerds. So I'd love to give Monster Prom a go and do a stream. Bat Sofubi deserves a permanent spot on the shelf. Agreed. Right next to Cord Viper, giving him the rub, I think. So yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys Monster Prom. I've also been looking at another ridiculous video game that I might do like a little Let's Play of. We'll see if it works and if it feels right while I'm making it. But it's a weird game. I think it's called Cobra Mission Panic in Cobra City. And it's a weird RPG fighter game. Like the combat's sort of like Pokemon. Like you can attack, defend, or use items or run away. But you're like, I think you're like a beat cop, like a policeman in a trench coat, like detective type. And there's also a bit of nudity. Like I think it might be an early like PC Iraj game. So I'll blur out any nudity, obviously, because that's not allowed. And also that's not what I'm about. But it might make for some hilarious, nudity's cool, but only in the correct setting. But I'll blur the stuff out if there's any stuff to blur, but it might be kind of fun because it just looks weird and silly. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I will make that. Maybe I won't. I always hesitate to promise stuff, so we'll see. Not what I'm about. But yeah, today's stream was awesome, and don't worry, bud. I got your back. I'll just give you a little rub. It's no big deal. We don't have to tell anybody if we don't want to. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thank you if you popped on the Instagram and shared this with your friends and hopefully not your family. Although this was fairly subdued and family friendly. I don't think I said too many crazy things. So thanks again, guys. This always takes forever because I just say thank you too much, or apologize for saying thank you too much. Those two as a bundle are worth... Which two as a bundle? Bat Boy and Cord Viper? Oh, let me get your shoulders, bud. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. This was amazing. I had a lovely stream. I know you guys did too. Y'all are still here. Y'all are still hanging while I'm just rambling and taking forever to end the stream. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I hear you again. Bye. All right, see you later, guys. This is the end. Talk to you soon. See you on the internet. You know where to find me. Monday, the Monday vlog. Tuesday, the Tuesday video. Thursday will be Monster Prom stream. And who knows, if I have the time, if I get my shit together, maybe more videos per week. Who knows? If I do 4 uploads a week, I'll go insane. Bye-bye.